Alright guys, I'm only going to do vlogs today. So when you are deciding on what kind of TikTok or YouTube channel you want to do, alright, because everybody wants to do a TikTok or YouTube channel. Not everybody can if it's not realistic or you don't know how, or you have no one to film and you just want to do the channel but you can't figure out how to. Wait till you can. But if you are someone that has access to being able to afford a camera and have internet and all that and figure out how to do that and you know how to do all that, then remember that you just have to look at people what people's content is, right? Look for what people's content is. Now, what is a really good idea is to see how well they're doing on their channel, right? Because if you're looking at their channel and you're like, oh, this person, I saw somebody there. Her name is Bella Port. All she does is lip sync, drag queens lip sync, and she gets paid like. She has almost the most subscribers in the world on, I'm not sure if it's TikTok or YouTube, but she's young, she's adorable, but she's so cute, but she has so many subscribers, right, like so many, like million, like 100 million almost, right, I'm not even sure, maybe 90 million or 80 million, I'm not sure, I don't remember, but Bella Porch, all she does is lip sync, right, and I do lip sync too, right, but, you know, when you see someone do something and you know you're good at it, you know, just focus on that, right? But I like to have multiple talents. So I'm a model. I sing and dance covers or original hits. I do comedy. I do motivational speeches. I fight for human rights. I give diet and exercise tips for free that work. I am someone that is always exercising and dieting. So I do a lot of different things, right? So like for me, like let's say I look at Buff Corral, right? Let's say you're doing the same thing. You look at Buff Corral. Buff Corral has 400,000 followers, okay? So he's very, very fit, like extremely fit, very good looking guy. And I don't think his singing, he always cracks his voice or whatever, but he does the same kind of singing in the same kind of settings every day when he performs, which is not a problem, he's doing well. He does similar dances, but he's very good, like he's very, very good. Check him out if you like him, but he's very, very good. But he does, like his singing is kind of like always like cracking, but people value him and they like him, right? So let's say you think, oh, I might not be a good enough singer, or I don't know if I could do this. I look fit, but I don't know if I could take on this kind of challenge and see how, like maybe I won't be doing well. And it's not a guarantee, but you look at him and you say, hey, he's dancing really well. He's very, very fit. His singing he's got a good voice for sure. But his singing is not really there, but he's a good singer. He's good enough. Like he's good enough. He's not like he's bad. He just doesn't have like, you can tell he has no vocal training. And I don't have vocal training, but I feel my singing is better. But like that's all relative. Some people think he's better, some people think I'm better, right? But you know, some people have like his singing his voice is really nice. He's got a very good voice. His look is amazing. He does kind of like a crazy anime kind of look. He looks really, really good, right? He's super, super fit, dances really well. He's got that going for him, right? So he doesn't even need to sing properly, right? So I mean, you know, you're like, well, maybe I can be a singer and do covers, right? All he does is covers. I've never seen him do any other type of video. All he does is covers. So if you believe you can do that, then you might have a successful channel. Or like somebody that is a dancer. You can be a dancer. You don't even have to sing, right? Or somebody that does comedy, right? You see people that do skits. If you can do skits, great, right? Or somebody that does makeup tutorials, you know? You see somebody that does makeup tutorials, you're like, hey, I really believe I can offer something to the world with my makeup tutorials because I'm very good at it, right? So you can figure that all out based on what you're seeing other people do, right? And it is nerve-wracking. It can be nerve-wracking, it can be hard, but you have to remember that your goal is to be successful, right? Now, I think a lot of people give up too soon. They get a negative comment from someone, then they give up, right? But you have to remember that you don't see the person giving the negative comment. You don't know who it is, right? A lot of people might see that you're very gifted with little subscribers, so they try to tear you down before you even go out there because they're like, well, this person's going to do very well because they have so many talents and they look great. So I'm going to put them down because they just started. So they're going to put them down because they're like, well, they have no subscribers, so I'm going to put them down because I know they're not going to make it for a while, so maybe they're going to listen to what I have to say and not succeed. Now, it's not clear and cut as dry as that. Some of these people are just insulted, get insulted once, they give up, and so they target others, right? You have to remember that it's not always, what they wanted to do. No one wants to be a hater, right? No one's goal in life is to be like, I'm going to target other people and make them feel bad, so they give up their channel and not do well, right? Most people don't want to be a hater. It's not a good place to be. Usually it's the person that gets treated badly because they get insulted, regardless of whether it's a valid insult or not. They take it personally and attack others, right? So you have to remember that if you see someone, if you are getting insulted, take a look at their channel. Take a look at who they are, right? If it's and almost all the time, it's going to be someone with low subscriber counts, no picture, no maybe videos you don't think are going to do that well. They might have been on the platform for a long time and they haven't gotten that many subscribers, or maybe they were injured or had a hard time with something, and they instead of, and they have to, maybe they have a lot of subscribers, but they're injured and they don't want to go on anymore, so they gave up, right? It just and the thing is, like, a lot of people are doing well, right? Even if you have like 60,000 subscribers, you're doing quite well, right? So instead of going for the million subscribers, which everybody wants, go for the 60,000 subscribers. Go for the lower goals first and work your way up, right? But you know what I mean? Like, if you see someone and you're like, they're insulting me, maybe I'm not that good, what's going on? Like, you have no idea who it is. They're hiding behind a fake persona because they don't show their picture or whatever, right? And the thing is, like, when you see someone that's really famous, like, right? Like, I'm going to be very famous, I already know. I'm very happy about that. And thanks to you guys, without you guys I have nothing. But I'm going to be very famous, but when you see someone that is very, very famous insulting you directly, they might be pretending to be that person or whatever. Like, most famous people can't really insult other people. They just wouldn't be allowed to, right? Unless it's like a fake thing, or maybe it's like a diva versus diva thing, which could be fake, could be real, but I mean, most of the time they're not really, it's just a fun video, right? But in general, most of the time you're going to see that people that are successful creators, if they make fun of someone genuinely and they trash talk someone, their channel is out, right? They don't have a channel anymore, right? So who would do that as a famous person? So basically all the people that are insulting you are not going to be famous, right? So if somebody that's not famous is insulting you, don't take it personally because they're not famous. And even if they were, who cares, right? You shouldn't have to feel like, oh my God, this person's famous and they insulted me, I'm giving up. No, that's not what you do, right? And it's not a revenge thing. You're not going to overcome them by having revenge on them or whatever. You just say to yourself, well, maybe they don't like what I do, or maybe something I did bothered them. But just because of celebrity or famous, and the actual celebrity or famous, if they do something negative to you and hate you or don't like your channel, they're a person too, right? And maybe they're going through something. Maybe they have mental health issues, right? So you can't always take that seriously, right? Anyway, told you about it. I hope you guys took that to heart, darling. It's very important to have a good focus on your channel, right? Bye now.